If you're planning to sell your house in Colorado this year, there's one critical detail that most sellers miss. And most sellers completely overlook it. I'm David Richins, and I help people buy and sell homes across Douglas, Elbert, and Arapahoe counties. Whether you're relocating, downsizing, or just plain moving, this video will show you how to avoid one of the most common mistakes that sellers make and what to do instead. So let's dive into it. The number one thing that most sellers miss is their home's first impression online. Before they even step foot in the house, the number one thing they're judging is how the listing looks online, its photos, its location, and the mapping. That's bringing them in. And here's the truth. Homes with professional photos, virtual tours, aerials, those homes sell for more and faster than homes with, say, an iPhone camera. Buyers today are swiping through homes just like they scroll through Instagram. If your photos are dark, cluttered, or just visually unappealing, you're gonna get swiped right past. So you only get one shot out, first impression. So what should you do? Well, you should start by staging, even if it's just a little bit of light staging, but get it ready and work with a realtor who understands how to showcase your home online. This is not the time to do a DIY with your iPhone. So let me give you an example. Last year, 2 homes, same neighborhood, same builder, same floor plan. One seller wanted to use their own staging, their process, their descriptions, and the other followed my professional marketing plan, which included professional staging and professional video. The professional home had double the showings, sold in a few days, while the other sat on the market for weeks. In this market, visuals sell, and you don't want your home to be the one that buyers scroll past. Another big mistake sellers make is ignoring their own blind spots and not getting out of their own way. You've lived in your home for years. You won't see the things that buyers will notice. It'll be the scuffed baseboards, the leaky faucet in the bathroom, or even the carpet that's a little worn. Buyers will see that, and those little things will add up. A pre-listing walkthrough with myself, even a handyman or a stager, will help you to determine and avoid some of those little mistakes that can be fixed so the buyers don't notice those or they don't become an issue. These don't have to be major fixes. They can be things like cleaning the baseboards, touching up the paint, fixing that leaky faucet, or even recarpeting an area. They don't have to be major though. You want the buyers to walk in and feel like they don't have to lift a finger. That feeling, that's what sells. I tell every seller I work with, you're not just selling a house, you're selling a lifestyle. Selling lifestyle, that's emotion, and emotion is what sells. Buyers want to feel like your home is well cared for, and that starts with attention to detail. Most sellers and agents tend to put the home on the market and then plan for a strategy. But the smartest sellers, they plan their timeline weeks, even months in advance. Here's what that looks like. Meet with me early and let's figure out your ideal window to list the property. Prep your home in advance and let me help you line up the vendors we're gonna need. And make sure your next step, whether that's buying, selling, or relocating, is in motion. When you plan ahead, you get to control the process. You get to time the market better. You get to avoid last minute stress, and most importantly, you get to attract buyers that are serious about the market. Selling your home shouldn't feel like panic, but with a plan, it can actually feel empowering. So if you wanna have the plan, and you wanna have the power, then do the thing to have the power. DM me for details and we can talk about how you get to do that. Once we've identified all the things that might be holding you back, we can also identify all those things at every stage to present your property in its best light. That includes how your home shows online and in person. Professional photos, videos, and staging, those are just the beginning. What really makes the difference, as we've talked about, is how buyers emotionally experience and feel the space. I like to walk clients through their home as if I'm the buyer. What's the first impression when you open the door? Does it feel overcluttered, dark, dim? What sights, sounds, and smells might detract from someone imagining themselves in your space? It's also important to consider timing. Sometimes it's okay to put it off a week or two while we properly and get it ready to prep it to hit the market correctly. That time spent up front often leads to a faster, better presentation and even offers with that shorter time on the market. I've worked with sellers who want to just throw it on the market, but often change that strategy once we sit down and kind of walk through getting it prepped properly to hit the market at the right time and the right price to ensure that the home's going to sell. And the results showed it. Better homes, better offers, and less days on the market. So let's recap. The number one thing that sellers overlook is how their home shows up online. But it doesn't stop there. From presentation to prep and timing, selling your home the right way means taking the time to see your home for sale through a buyer's eyes. If you want help making your home stand out, reach out anytime. I'd love to help you sell smart, confident, have the power, and get the results possible. And don't forget to hit the button below and subscribe. I post weekly videos about buying, selling, and market trends and what's going on in the market here in Colorado so that you can keep up. And plus, we update on what's really happening in the marketplace, the data, the trends, everything that goes into that, and not just what the news media tells you is going into it.